Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. K.C. Garg from CSIR NISTATS, New Delhi. Today we are going to talk about citation analysis from the paper Informatics and Scientometrics. Citation analysis. It is one of the most important research areas in bibliometrics and scientometrics, and it evolved considerably after the development of Science Citation Index by Eugene Garfield of the Institute of Scientific Information, now Thomson Reuters. It deals with the analysis of the bibliographic references that appear at the end of the scientific communication. It presents a connection between cited and citing documents. Analysis of cited and citing papers can provide valuable information about the existing and emerging knowledge on a subject. The more an article is cited, the more significant becomes the paper. Citation analysis can be used to study the influence of the research output of a country on world science. Citation analysis helps to identify those earlier researchers whose concepts, methods, apparatus, etc. were used by the authors in the preparation of his article. Citations are very field dependent, that is, these vary from one subject to another, and the number of citations per paper varies from one discipline to another. Review journals have a relatively higher citation rate because they are lengthier than papers in non-review journals. Citation analysis also tells about what an author is recognized for, that is, past work, methods, concepts or reviews. After reading this module, the student will be able to understand the following: what is citation analysis, what are the different tools for citation analysis, how the classification of citations can be made according to their nature and context, what are the different regions for citations, what is bibliographic coupling and co-citation, and what are the application of citation analysis and what are their limitations. Of all the papers published in literature, some are rarely cited or cited a very few times, but a few of them are cited number of times. So, authors of highly cited authors constitute the elite or leading scientists of the specialty. Citation analysis involves counting of the number of citations to a particular paper for a period of years after its publication. The number of years for which the citations are counted for is known as citation window. For example, if a paper after publication is being examined for citations for 2 years, then the citation window will be 3 years, 2 years, or if it is being examined for 5 years, then the citation window will be 5 years. There are several indexes which can be used for examining the citations. Of these, Science Citation Index Expanded or Web of Science of the Thomson Reuters, formerly Institute of Scientific Information USA, is the most common. It is the oldest tool which is being used for examining citations. Recently, Scopus of the Elsevier came in competition with Science Citation Index, and it started publishing in the year 2004, and its coverage is more as compared to the journals in Science Citation Index. The third is the Google Scholar of the Google. Citation analysis got a stimulus after the publication of Science Citation Index. In 1964, when Science Citation Index started publishing, it scanned or it indexed only 600 journals, but now it indexes more than 10,000 scientific and technical journals in most disciplines of science and technology. Hence, it is also called a multidisciplinary database. Thomson Reuters also publishes Social Science Citation Index, Arts and Humanities Citation Index, besides publishing Science Citation Index Expanded. Scopus originated in the year 2004 and claims to index about 15,000 periodicals in science, technology and social sciences. In India, scientists who are doing bibliometric studies are mostly using Science Citation Index as compared to Scopus, but Scopus is also picking up pace or competition with Science Citation Index Expanded. International conferences are also indexed by both Science Citation Index and Scopus. In the beginning, Science Citation Index was available as a print version, and in 1998, Thomson Reuters started the CD-ROM version, but from 2000 onwards, it is now available online. Scopus is also available online. Google Scholar is also being used to track the citations of individual authors, which is freely available on the web. It is a non-commercial database, unlike SCI and Scopus. SCI and Scopus are commercial database and their cost of subscription is very high. So very few libraries in India afford it, but with the introduction of consortium, these databases are also being subscribed in many libraries now. A citation index is an ordered list of cited articles, each of which is accompanied by a list of citing articles. The citing article is identified by a source citation, the cited article by a reference citation. The index is arranged by reference citations. Arrangement by author is favored in the citation index. Problems of citation indexes. There are several problems of citation indexes. For example, the cost. Citation indexes are very costly. There are several spellings of author names, author with the same name, incorrecting citing information and other human errors. However, advantages outweigh disadvantages. Science Citation Index, that is SCI, was also criticized for having national bias in its coverage of journals, as the number of journals originated from developing countries and countries publishing in language other than English were less covered. However, in recent years, this problem has been solved to a great extent by Thomson Reuters, the publisher of Science Citation Index Expanded. Scopus, which started only in 2004, took note of these problems before its launch and did not face such criticism. Now, we come to the nature of citations. Citations can broadly be classified into three categories. These are self-citations. Self-citations are said to occur when at least one of the authors of a cited document is the same person as one of the authors of the citing document. Second is cooperational citations. The cited author, understudy and one citing author were co-authors prior to their publication of the cited paper, and above criterion does not hold. The third is the independent citations. These are also known as citation by others. No detectable relations between cited and citing author is observed. Citations can be classified into four categories. These are conceptual versus operational, that is theory versus method; organic versus perfunctory, that is essential versus non-essential; evolutionary versus juxtapositional, that is development of idea versus contrasting of idea; and the last is confirmative versus negational, that is support findings or oppose findings. Conceptual versus operational, that is theory versus method. If a author concept of theory of the cited paper is used directly or indirectly in the citing paper, then the citation is called conceptual. When a concept or theory is referred to as a tool to authenticate the author's claim, then it is an operational citation. A citation is also called operational when it borrows mathematical or physical techniques, results or references or conclusions from the cited paper. Organic versus perfunctory, essential versus non-essential. Organic references are those from which concepts or theories are taken to lay the foundations of the citing paper, or papers from which certain results, including numerical ones, are taken to develop the ideas in the citing paper, or papers which help to better understand certain concepts in the citing paper. Perfunctory references are those which describe alternative approaches which are not utilized in the citing paper, references which are used to compare certain results or conclusions. Evolutionary versus juxtapositional, development of ideas versus contrasting ideas. A reference is called evolutionary if it provides a concept or theory to build on, or a mathematical technique to use, or results of an analysis which is used in the development of the citing paper. A reference is called juxtapositional if it helps to clarify some ideas but do not contribute to the development of the citing paper or refer to a paper only for references given in the later. Confirmative versus negational, support finding versus opposed findings. A reference is confirmative if the author of the citing paper considers the paper referred to as correct. There are two types of negational citations. In the first type of author of the citing paper claims that the cited paper is incorrect. In the other type of negational caution citation, the author of the citing paper disputes the cited paper but cannot come to a definite conclusion. In India, thousands of studies has been published dealing with citation analysis, but none of the studies reported in the literature has dealt on different type of definitions just described. Reasons for citations. There are several reasons for citations of a paper, like paying homage to pioneers, giving credit for related work. Third, identifying methodology, equipment, etc. used in the cited paper, providing background reading to the reader, correcting one's own work, correcting the work of others, criticizing previous work, sustaining claims, alerting researchers to the forthcoming work, providing leads to the poorly disseminated, poorly indexed or uncited work, authenticating data and facts like physical constants, etc., identifying original publications in which the idea or concept was discussed, identifying original publication or other work destroying an eponymous concept or term, disclaiming work or ideas of others, disputing priority claims of others. Bibliographic coupling. Bibliographic citations in scientific papers have been used by a variety of researchers to establish relationship among documents. Two important measures based on this concept, which have received considerable attention in the literature, are bibliographic coupling suggested by Kessler and co-citation suggested by Small. Bibliographic coupling deals with sharing of one or more references by two documents. Two citing documents are said to be bibliographically coupled if they cite the same publications. The strength of the coupling between citing documents depends upon the total number of citations they have in common. If the number of common reference is 1, then the coupling strength is 1. If there are two common references, then the coupling strength is 2. In other words, the more the number of common references, the more is the coupling strength of the papers. For example, let us consider two documents 1 and 2. Document 1 cites document A, B, C, D and document 2 sites C, D, E and F. Hence, documents 1 and 2 are bibliographically coupled because they both cite C and D and the coupling strength is 2 because they are citing two documents which are common. Bibliographic coupling is a fixed and permanent relation and does not change with time. Co-citation. The concept of co-citation was suggested by Henry Small. Co-citation is the frequency with which two items of earlier literature or older literature are cited together by the later literature. The number of times that papers are cited together by a new or later document gives the strength of co-citation. The more the frequency of occurrence together, the stronger is the relationship between the two. Co-citation patterns change as the interests and intellectual patterns of the field change with time. Co-citation can be used to map out in detail the relationship between key ideas. It can also be used to depict a literature specialty, core or cluster. Co-citation provides a tool for monitoring the development of scientific fields and for assessing the degree of interrelationship among specialties. Co-citation helps in locating network of frequency cited papers. Co-citation patterns are found to differ significantly from bibliographic coupling patterns. Like document co-citations, these can also be developed for authors and journals. Such studies are lacking in India. Application of citations. Citations finds number of applications. For example, finding out relative use of different types of documents. Citation analysis can be used to identify relative use of different kind of documents such as books, periodicals, technical reports, conference proceedings and theses, etc. Several studies made in India find that, like other countries, periodicals, that is journal literature, is the most cited document. To trace the historical development of a field, citation studies have been used for creating historical descriptions of scientific fields by employing network of scholarly communication. However, these studies have not been carried out in India so far. To guide a reader, by reading the cited document, the reader can obtain more information on a point or check the authenticity of a particular view, finding or method, etc. For compilation of reading lists or bibliographies, citations are an excellent tool for the compilation of reading lists or bibliographies, especially in an emerging field of knowledge or in subjects where areas are not clearly demarcated and the literature is scattered. For preparing ranked list of journals, based on the assumption that Citations are indicative of the literature use patterns. It can be used to rank scientific journals according to their relative degree of importance. Librarians can use it as a tool for streamlining their serial acquisition policy by adding and discarding the most and less cited journals respectively. Many Indian librarians have used these technique for ranking of journals for their libraries. Finding useful life of documents based on the assumption that a document would be cited if it is used. Analysis of citations by age of the cited documents can indicate the useful life of the documents, especially earlier volumes of periodicals. It helps in weeding out of the old documents if these are not being used. Finding out relatedness and interdependence of subjects, citation analysis can act as an important tool in establishing important clues about the relatedness and interdependence of one field or another field by identifying how journals of one field cite the journals of the other fields. To study the scatter of literature, citation analysis helps in identifying how the literature of one discipline is scattered in the journals of other disciplines. Citation analysis is a tool in research evaluation. Assuming the document with higher relative number of citations count has more impact than those with lower citation counts. These have been used as a measure of influence or impact of an individual, a great grant contract, department, university, funding agency or country. Such type of studies are numerous in India. Citation analysis has been criticized on certain grounds. Some researchers point out that all the references appended by the author in the paper might have not been consulted by him. He has cited these references from another paper on a similar subject. This makes citation data unreliable to some extent. Another pitfall of citation counting arises due to negative citations. Authors of scientific papers often cite papers of others with a view to contradict claims or findings of their producers because of incorrect results drawn by them in their publications. These citations have a negative value and thus should get negative weight instead of positive weight in citation analysis. Also, methodological papers are among highly cited papers. Some papers are cited because the author of that paper is known to the present author of the paper. Now, I will summarize what we have discussed under the chapter citation analysis. Citation analysis is the hot area of bibliometric research and it received a considerable stimulus with the evolution of Science Citation Index. Citation analysis involves counting of the number of citations to a particular paper for a period of years after its publication. It can provide valuable information about the existing and emerging knowledge on a subject and the influence of the research output of a country on world science. Citation counts help a research administrator to assess the impact of research output of each individual scientist of the organization as well as the organization as a whole. Citations analysis helps to identify those earlier researchers whose concepts, methods, apparatus, etc. were used by the authors in the preparation of his article. Citations are very field dependent and the number of citations per paper varies from one discipline to another. Review journals have a relatively higher citation rate. Authors of highly cited papers constitute the elite or the leading scientists of the specialty. Based on the nature as who is the citer, citations have been classified as self citations, cooperational citations and independent citations. On the basis of citation context analysis, these are classified as conceptual versus operational, theory versus method, organic versus perfunctory, essential versus non-essential, evolutionary versus juxtapositional, developing of idea versus contrasting idea and confirmative versus negational, support finding versus oppose finding. Besides scientific merit, various other factors influence the choice of references and author sites. Two important concepts that have been developed on the basis of citation analysis are bibliographic coupling and co-citation. Citation analysis have extensively been used to find out relative use of different type of documents, historical development of a field for compilation of reading lists or bibliographies, preparing linked list of journals, studying obsolescence of literature, relatedness and interdependence of subjects, scatter of literature and most widely in research evaluation. Hope students you have understood the concept of citation analysis. My thanks to you all.